From quitting my full-time office job to moving out of my apartment to save some money to working food delivery apps like DoorDash and Uber Eats to growing not one but two YouTube channels, now making money, and then moving back into an apartment where I stand right now, 2022 has been crazy. The first full year of not having a full-time corporate job. It's been a wild one, and I wanted to share some perspective of being self-employed for now over 1 year. I quit in November 2021. The whole point of quitting in the first place was to pursue a life of independence outside of the office, being self-employed as a driver, a YouTuber, and even a part-time world traveler. I made a pretty decent salary at a software company that was willing to hire me fresh out of college. I am so grateful for them for even hiring me in the first place, and I made some pretty good money doing it. I also had wonderful bosses that really did not micromanage me at all. They taught me what I needed to learn for the job, and then I was able to do it to the best of my ability. However, this was not something that I was passionate about. I actually had no idea what I wanted to do with my life going into college. I just stumbled upon being a business major, and I enjoyed the classes, so I kept it up, and I eventually graduated with a degree in business management. Then this company, one of the only companies that wanted to hire me, took a chance on me, and I'm so grateful for that because coming out of college, I also had no idea what I wanted to do, and so when I got a job offer, I just took it, and I was there for about 3 years. I was enjoying it, but I wasn't in love with it just because I didn't know what I wanted to do, but near the end of the 3 years, I realized I just wasn't too passionate about it, and so I decided to move on to something else. Of course, I did have a plan in place over those past couple months that I was at my job. I was saving up quite a bit of money because I realized that I was probably quitting to be self-employed, at least for as long as possible. My wife and I made a great plan to have a huge emergency fund since DoorDash and Uber Eats and all the other delivery driving apps was going to be the way that we were going to make a majority of our income in the year 2022. As far as saving money, that went so well. We were disciplined in putting away a huge portion of each of our paychecks to make sure that we are going to last, since she was also quitting her job and becoming self-employed. Currently, we do not save as much money as we did during those months leading up to quitting our jobs. We actually lose a little bit of money right now every month just because we are trying to build up our business, but we have a huge emergency fund that we are pulling from all of the cash that we had stockpiled, and so we're still pulling from that. We're not in debt or anything. We are just losing a little bit off of our net worth to hopefully build towards something bigger in the future, as my wife and I are both working towards building up this business. A large part of this business is our YouTube channels. Delivery driving was a large part of our money-making plan in 2022, but I'll get to that in a moment because YouTube is hopefully more long-term than delivery driving. When I quit my job late in 2021, I had just about 700 subscribers on this YouTube channel. I had not made a single cent off of it. You have to have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube before they start paying you, so I was not at that threshold yet, which means I was quitting my job to pursue something that was going to pay me $0 and 0 cents. It was a huge plan that we had, and it was in the making for months leading up to this decision. We knew that if we worked really, really hard on YouTube and we didn't have to work 40 hours at our jobs anymore every single week, we knew we could make some money. We also had another YouTube channel at the time, and we still currently do, but at that time, I believe we only had about 100 to 200 100 subscribers. And so we also were not making any money on that. We hadn't made a single dime in ad revenue, but also with sponsorships when companies pay to have me advertise to you on my channel. We currently had no brand deals in sight for that. And so yes, we were making absolutely nothing on YouTube, and I'm excited to tell you in this year 2022 we have made some money. And so it definitely helps when you add in all of our other sources of income too. With the sponsorships, I know that it is slightly annoying for the viewer to have to sit through that, especially when it doesn't relate to you at all. But hopefully on this channel you guys have seen that I do try my best to only take sponsorships that would benefit you, the viewer. And so yes, I will get paid for that, but also hopefully you can benefit by either signing up for an app or a website that is promoted in one of these videos. And I know a lot of my viewers here on this channel are delivery drivers themselves, so of course I'm going to talk about it. It was a huge part of my past year since I quit my job. This was the plan from the beginning, from the time that I quit my job until now, was to be a delivery driver so that I could make as much money as possible being a self-employed independent contractor out on the road, completing as many deliveries as possible so that we can afford to do things like move into our new apartment after we had left our old one. It has been a unique experience relying on delivery driving income for the majority of our money in this year. It has definitely been challenging and a little bit stressful when you're working apps like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Point Pickup, Instacart, Grubhub, all of those ones. It's been a lot more stressful relying on that income now as opposed to before I quit my job and I only drove part-time. When I drove part-time, I was like, well, I have this salary, I'm making good money, and so I really don't have to worry about it. Okay, if I only make like $20 in a few hours today when I'm doing DoorDash, it's not really a big deal. But it is a big deal now, and so sometimes I'll get a little bit more upset on the road when things are pretty slow. I know that a lot of full-time drivers can relate to what I'm saying. Looking back on the delivery driving goals that I set out for myself in the year 2022, I was able to hit the amount that I put out for myself, $20,000. We actually surpassed that, at least $25,000 in delivery driving income for the entire year. Yeah, it doesn't seem like that much as somebody who's a full-time driver, but I'm not really a full-time driver just because of all the other things that I'm doing to make money. But that is a significant chunk of money that I am happy to say that I earned while I was in my car, and I was also filming videos for you to enjoy. We do have the delivery driving, we do have my YouTube channel, but also something that I mentioned in the intro of this video, I have become a part-time world traveler. I just love going out and exploring our world. Now that I am independent from an office, I can take time off from delivery driving and occasionally just go explore. That is what our other YouTube channel is all about, just traveling around to these different places. And it has been such a wonderful experience, something that I will not regret at all, even though it is a large part of our expenses. Traveling is expensive, but I figured it's totally worth it. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for me and my wife to go do something like this before we have kids and before we have a mortgage payment. Not very many people get to do this when they have jobs in the office. Like I said, it's very, very expensive to be doing this, so that is why we're trying to build an entire business around our lifestyle. That's what I want our videos to be focused on, things that we are doing, and also trying to help the viewer in any way we possibly can with any advice or tips on how to do something better, how to make more money on this channel. It has just been so fun getting to share that experience with a lot more people, and just seeing the positive comments on each channel has been great. Of course, there are difficulties with now being self-employed instead of having a job in an office. It has been a lot more difficult than I anticipated. A lot more work has gone into this. Ever since taking this business that we are trying to grow more seriously in these past couple months, it's just more and more effort to make sure that we can put out the best quality videos that we can, and also on the back end, building up whatever we need to in order to be successful for years to come. One of the big reasons I quit my job in the first place is because I just didn't really like working that much. I thought that by quitting, I would actually be working less. Well, that's just not the case. I work way more, and I would say I probably work about double the amount I work now than I did in the office, just because of my added responsibility now as a business owner. And when I was just an employee in the office, I could leave as soon as it hit 5 o'clock and I wouldn't have to show up or think about work until the next day. That was something that I do miss, but I wake up excited every single day that I have my own business, and the added responsibility kind of kicks me around and says, no, you have work to do today. And that is actually something that I'm really excited about, because I really didn't think I would be passionate about any job I ever had in my entire life, when I was in college, searching for that opportunity, and now I absolutely love what I do. Since I am posting this video in the new year 2023, I thought I should also share some things that I'm looking forward to in this second year since I quit my job. I do expect to make more money on YouTube than I did in 2022. We're going to be working extremely hard to provide as many great videos for you to enjoy on this channel as well as my other channel, but in this channel specifically, I do want to make a lot more money this year. It's not a greed thing. I just think that if I'm putting in a lot more effort here on these videos and really making content that I'm passionate about and videos that the audience will enjoy, I really do think my income is going to grow. For the delivery driving aspect, I may not deliver as much. I've been thinking a lot about this. And yes, of course, I want to delivery drive because in 2022, that was a majority of my income, and I still want to do that. It just seems like the best way to make some quick money right now, because you can go out whenever you want and you can make just $20 here, $10 here, $500 in one day, maybe $600 in one day. You can really just pick whatever you want to do, you have a goal and go for it. That's what I really love about delivery driving. But I may work less as I am focusing more on providing the best videos that I can. That's not a guarantee. I'm still going to deliver a lot, but that's just my current plan. It has been great to see my channel grow from 700 subscribers to 7,000 subscribers. And I know each one of those is a specific person in mind that loves watching these videos and wanted to see more. So I can't thank you enough for watching, and especially watching this video. I will see you in the next one.